Missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Ripped on the ground to second. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. And we're back. Who doesn't love a rubber match, Siggy? This game is big for both these teams. It's early, but we have a tight one so far.
Yeah, Boog, anytime you're trying to take a series, there's a little extra juice in the dugout. Everyone wants that edge.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. 2 for 8 in the series so far. That one outside, and that's ball 1. He was late there, strike 1. Aside to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
That's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing at a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin. Foul ball there. Oh, 1 now. In the dirt. And ball 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the 3rd and final game of the series. High fly ball out to center field. He's got it. Throws to second with the throw and no chance. Here in Cleveland, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Taylor Walls digs in for the Guardians.
All 1.
One and 2 now. 99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Batting 6, left fielder, Steven Kwan.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That's a little bit low. Kwan came up with 4 hits in his last game. Backed off the plate that time. Just misses the mark outside the zone. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Challenge from behind the dish here. 1 down. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Late on that fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now. You know, part of the key to making that back foot slider so effective as a strikeout pitch is being in an advantage count as a pitcher. You really put that hitter at the plate on the defense when you get ahead 0-2. So A tight slider that bores in on you looks like something you have to go after.
Ball one.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one
That's ball
missed.
two.
Got him swinging for the K. The first knuckle curve. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Cantillo back to work. Up the middle, Arias. Now the throw to first on the run.
He's out.
Nicely done for the out. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. He's 0 for 1. First pitch way inside, a fastball.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Here's a 1-1. Hard liner. Tracks it down for the out. And a couple of quick outs. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. That one inside, look out. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's back here for the Sunday Night Showcase. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Siri.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That's to third. Fair ball. And it gets by him. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slog.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Man at second. That's a little high. And the count 1-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably...
Oh, that ball finds its way to the outfield. A base hit. Save! In comes the run from second. We're tied at 1. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. In the dirt, blocked. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Here's a 1-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. A 2-run homer. It's his 6th home run of the season. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. High fly ball, right field. Jones moving under this one. Then there's one down. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. The Braves trailing by 3, top half of inning number 4. That one lifted to left. Kwan settles under this one. 2 down.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was.
And that is that. And the Braves back down at Progressive. Here's the left fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one almost got him. No question about this one. It's out of here. He hammers one out to center. And they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with a pitch outside the zone. Impressive. High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to, but he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
In the air, left field. Takes it in for the out. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. And a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for Atlanta, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. He decides to eat it, and so they end up with some speed on at first. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Acuna runs. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in the scoring position.
That one way inside.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. They limit the damage here. Back here in Cleveland, here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Nolan Jones. That one's in there. 0-1. Jones wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. Fouled off left side. The 1-1. Swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
On the ground. Riley fires to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Hit on the ground to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. They get him, but it was pretty close. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Kyle Mansardo in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ball
That's
one
a ball.
there. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. Got him. That's the inning. Well, welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far.